That's impressive. The snowbank and the road narrows right there. Let that guy go through first. That's pretty crazy. Putting on our turn signal here. Go on, go for it, go for it, go for it. Sometimes I like putting my hands up like that because people look at you like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? Like, it's not me. But one time I was doing that going into a parking lot. Another Tesla Model Y was pulling out of the parking lot and was coming in to make a hard right and go into a hard right, which was already a narrow parking lot entrance. And I did that and I went like this, and as I'm going into the turn and looking over the hood, the driver of the Tesla Model Y was like, his face lit up because you could tell that he realized what was happening. Most people don't get full self-driving because it's not done. But what you don't realize is it was cheap. It's still cheap in comparison to what it will be when it's done. And so you want to get it when the price is low, right? You don't want to pay for it when it's 100 grand. So if you have real estate, or if there's real estate, you know, Main Street, Park City, Utah, in 1979, right the next street over, you could have bought a house for $1,500 that today is worth $2 million. The dirt is $2 million. So do you want to wait for it to be worth it? So most people don't have it because they're waiting for it to be done. So when they see somebody that does have it, they tend to light up. And then there are a few that are completely off the deep end and they just think it's a party trick, and absolutely not. One of my favorite utilities is, say you've got a lot on your mind, maybe somebody calls you, and then you get into a dense area of city traffic. And have you ever been slightly confused by you're following navigation on your phone, and it's kind of indicating which exit? You've got 3 of them or more all condensed into one, right? You get off the main freeway and then there's 3 more, and depending on which lane you're supposed to be in, it could save you 10 minutes of time if you as long as you make the right exit. And if you get that wrong one, you know, it could cost you 10-15 minutes. When you put it in full self-driving, it helps with all of that. So a little bit, you can feel it because you have a natural tendency to gravitate towards things that make your life easier. I like building a fire. You like building a fire. We love cooking on fire. We like cutting wood and building a fire to heat our home. But you won't. If that thermostat is there and you could just flick it on, You'll be like, no, I'm a real man. I'm going to chop some wood and heat my house with wood. No, I'm going to cook on an open flame. I'm not going to use that stove. But one day you're kind of busy. So you could do this other stuff. So you flip the switch. And then as time goes on, you start flipping that switch on the thermostat or turning on the stove more often. And you tend to gravitate towards using that technology. That's what I feel happening. Okay, we don't have a stop sign here, so I'm gonna do that. Whoop, look at that, figured it out. Kind of got in the center lane.